Greetings, greetings, greetings to the family. How you doing? This is your brother King Simon. How is everyone feeling? I'm starting it up early, family. Starting it up early. Starting it up early because this is very important uploads and downloads that I've been receiving. And as I was reading a certain book, it inspired me and opened me up to Akashic Entanglement, a numerovational perspective expressed by your brother King Simon Kweku. Remember, Kweku is a Ghanaian name that means born on Wednesday. And I was born on Wednesday. Yes, I did. Yes, indeed. When I found out the frequencies of Akashic Akashic Entanglement had 1111 and 3333. This is not a coincidence, family. I'm trying to always express to my audience and to the dear ones out there, the beloved ones out there, all you great individuals out there, that this is not a joke, that doing this is not a joke. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope everybody is feeling well. I hope everybody is looking well. I hope everybody is in their frequency because there's a multitude of frequencies that run through all of us. And all of the numbers connected to frequencies all support one another. I want to make sure people are clear about that. All of the frequencies, all of the numbers that you are connected to and beyond, you are entangled. There is an entanglement going on inside of all of us, and entangle, the word entangle, of course, we know it comes from the quantum or the physicist type word, but the word entangle means the action or act or fact of entangling or being entangled. That's one of the meanings. It's a noun. Then there's another meaning that says a complicated or comprising relationship or situation. Of course, we've heard of those entanglements back in the day with people like, what's her face, the Virgo there, Jada. An extensive barrier, typically made of interlaced barbed wire and stakes erected to impede enemy soldiers and vehicles. Now, that's a whole different type of entanglement, but we're going to stay focused on the action or fact of entangling or being entangled. And it could be positive or negative. You could be entangled with somebody in a positive way. You could be entangled with somebody or your energies from the past in a spiritual way. It doesn't have to be complicated and compromising like the other meaning, the second meaning of it. It doesn't have to be compromising and complicated, especially with relationship factors. It doesn't have to be that way. But the balance is always in this realm. So I'm going to copy and paste that. I'm going to definitely keep that meaning with me. That first meaning is the action. The action. So it's important that if you if you if you don't and remember the word, where the word akasha comes from the word akasha. It's a Sanskrit word. All right, it's a Sanskrit word which literally means the sky. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You know, isn't the, hold on, let's say the word akash meaning. So when you go back, it's a akasha or akash, meaning the space or sky or ether. In traditional Indian cosmology, depending on the religion, the term has also been adopted in Western occultism and spiritualism in the late 1900s, going back to Blavatsky and the society, the Theosophical Society, of course, going back to those days. But let's know that it comes from melanated people, the word akasha or akashic, which means space, sky, ether. You know, so knowing those meanings are very important. And that don't mean that it's evil and it's wicked. Doesn't mean that from those that have this religious mindset. It's very important that we unlearn what we've been taught, because we learned under colonialism, we learned under slavery, we learned under disillusions and things to throw us off from a military society that always wants to throw something over there and then do something over here. So we got to under and understand and overstand these meanings. Simple meanings. I like to keep it simple, because once you keep it simple, you keep it pure. Once you keep it simple, you keep it pure. And that's what your brother King Simon strived to do, to keep it simple and keep it pure. Keep it simple and keep it pure. So the topic is Akashic Entanglement. 1111 and 3333 frequency. Yes, that's what I've discovered, and I'm going to go to the board momentarily. But while all of you are there, I want y'all to make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share. Press that like button, press that like button, press that thumbs up button, letting people know so we can keep on building the algorithms, family. If we're a family and if we're all connected from an Akashic level, then you don't have a problem liking, subscribing, and sharing and commenting respectfully. And this is not pseudo. These are peer review things. These are peer review science and information that are out there amongst the peers of people that have been studying it, just like that you could go into any other science and any other discipline. They have peers that does their own peer review. Just like in numerology, there are peers that do peer review. And that's why I keep on stressing that numerology is not psychic per se, but it can open you up to alerting you and making you aware of your intuitive abilities, because the numbers are connected to the universe. It's connected to your intuition in some way. So when you start seeing angel numbers and synchronicity numbers and demon numbers, whatever I say, and don't be afraid of the word demon or daemon. Don't be afraid of that word. It's just the quote unquote negative side of what we call angels. So that's why I say wherever there's an angel, there's a demon, because wherever there's positive, there's negative. Just like we have protons and neutrons connected to us as human beings too. Keeping it simple. I'm not the deep conversation going to give you these words that's going to throw your mind into stuff. I'm not doing all of that. If that's what you're supposed to do, then take it to the next level. Take it to the next level. Don't be afraid to. But today's topic, and I came and y'all seen me post this yesterday, Akashic Entanglement. Akashic Entanglement. And that's going to be very important as we get into this subject matter. Love to everybody on IG. How you doing, IG? How you doing, IG? How you doing, Facebook? How you doing, Instagram? How you doing, Instagram? And how y'all doing, YouTube? Let me share screen real quick. I need to put something in the background before I start. Where is that at? There it is. Boom. Before I start, I want to put it in the background. And let me take it off. And again, family, this is such an important topic. Such an important topic, because many of us hear about this Akashic record, the Akasha. But there's a mathematics behind the word Akashic and Akasha. There's a mathematics behind it. And once you start seeing the mathematical nuances behind it, the numerical nuances behind it, then you could use it as a numerovational factor. Notice I'm separating numerical, mathematics, and even numerology, and then saying numerovational factor, because numerovation is here to allow you to maximize and activate while being motivated by your own numbers, but also understanding the words that we are using can also motivate you and also alert you about the possibilities of going down the low road and staying on the higher road, because that's my job as the Numerovator, to allow you to open up to stay on the higher road. I don't care if you're my mama and you're on my daddy. If you ask me the question, I will drop it unbiased. Mother, father, sister, brother. We know the sounds of Philadelphia. Mother, father, sister, brother. You know what I'm saying? We know the sounds of Philadelphia. Brotherly love, mother, father, sister, brother. You know what I'm saying? Love is the message. I know. Big up to my 52 block nation. Live clean, fight dirtier. I live clean. But if you're gonna get into a fight with me, don't not expect me not to fight dirty. I will bite you, I will pull your ears off, I will pull your nose, I will grab you by your teeth and drag you down. I got no problems with fighting dirty, especially if it comes to saving and preserving my life or the livelihood of people around me, my family, my mate, or whoever, or any of the people that I love. So big up to the 52 Nation. I'm glad, I've had the opportunity to touch hands with a few people in that discipline, and basics, getting the basics and knowing the basics. And I do suggest that all of you learn some form of martial arts, some form of martial arts, some form of healing arts. Big up to my brother Sharif Sifu Sharif Bey, who's been in the Discord with us at the Gathering of the Masters. He is a true Sifu. Big up to him. Big up to Sifu Mutaka Beer, who was also under Sanukis and various other disciplines. True Sifu. True Sifu. See Joe, Steve Muhammad, and a lot of the great ones out there, Professor Zahalia, and all the great ones in different disciplines. Of course, Lady Sensei, and all the great ones that are doing their work. Even people that are rising, Dr. Shakira Moore is rising to her greatness one day. You know what I'm saying? Under the angelic system. So every one of us should study some type of healing and some type of martial discipline, like Infundishi. And, if you want to do 52 blocks, you do 52 blocks. You learn the 52 blocks if you have to. You know what I'm saying? All of that. They call it dirty fighting. They call it jailhouse, whatever it is. But live clean. That's the first premise of what a Numerovator do. And fight dirty if necessary. Pick up whatever you got, bottles, phones. You got to know what you're doing with all of this. All of this got to be done. You got to know how to use all of it. Women, I'm just so, because again, that's a part of the Akashic Entanglement. Every little energy that you're connected to, you can use and you are entangled with. Every little thing that you may see or don't see, you are entangled with. Every person that you came through their mother womb or the father's scrotum, you are entangled with for eons and eons and generations of generation. That's what it's talking about. That's what the Akasha, the universal, the sky, the limitlessness of what we're connected to. And if you're willing to make that connection and be a part of that connection, then you have to work at it, but you have to enjoy all of the different ups and downs of it, because sometimes the boyfriend or the girlfriend that you was connected to is a part of your Akashic records. So the words Akashic entanglement, and let me go to the dictionary meaning. Hold on one second. And first and foremost, I want to say that it's important that you know that this particular subject was inspired by this book. It was inspired by this book right here. It's called Cryon, the New Human, the Evolution of Humanity. Inspired by the New Human and the Evolution of Humanity, book by Cryon Spirit, and the channeler is Lee Carroll. Note, I found this book in a park while working out in Brooklyn recently. While working out in Brooklyn recently, I found this book in the park. And what is so interesting, show you how Akashic Entanglement works. What is so interesting about this story about this book, is that I walked and worked out in that park. I walked around that park at least 3 times. At least 3 times. And then my spirit, that is connected to the Akashic alignment, the Akashic records, then my spirit and my divine creative force within me said, go to the benches. Go get some dips or go get some push-ups in over the bench, on top of the benches. And the first thing I seen was a Cheerio box. Obviously, more than likely, the scenario was that this was probably owned by a homeless person, or they probably found it and left it there. But there was a Cheerio box on the bench, and next to the Cheerio box, slightly covered, was this book called Chiron with the flower of life on it. Synchronicity. You got to pay attention to the little synchronicities, the little nuances. And when your spirit says, yay, you go with it. If it says nay, leave it alone. And I try to express that with my clients when they do a numerovational session with me. When things say yay, go with it. When things say nay, as long as it's not compromising your well-being or your family's well-being, go with it, because the true guidance is not astrology or numerology or numerovation or cardology. The true guidance is your intuition. That is the true guidance. That is the pure guidance. Can I get an amen or an a woman in the chat if you understand and understand what your brother is saying? If you understand what your brother is saying, can I get an amen and or a woman in the chat? Because I like the duality. I love the balance. Keeping the balance. This is very imperative. I'm not here to play with this, because this might be my last exam on earth, because I have a lot of 9s in my frequency. And when you have a lot of 9s, especially in certain positions, certain special positions of your numerical scope, like you could be born under the signs that are connected to the 9, like Aries and Scorpio. This can be your possible last examination on this planet, especially as an old soul, because 7, 8, 9, and in some systems, the number 5 the people that have a lot of 5s is also connected to the old soul realities also, because 5 is now one of the higher numbers, making that balance, that crossover. Because usually the crossover numbers is 4, 5, 6, and 7. But in certain systems, 7, 8, and 9, and then all of the master numbers and all of the doubling numbers can be considered old soul energy. So if you're born from 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, going up, that can be considered the old soul energy. But in other systems, you might find that 5 and its need to be free and its need to change things is also can be considered an old soul energy. I'm talking about different systems because I study multiple systems, and I don't even know where I got it from sometimes, because I've read and studied and applied so much. And if you're here to eventually do what you have to do, then you need to do it at the highest level, no matter where it takes you. And that's why numerovation was important for me to download or upload from the ancestral Akashic records and do what I have to do here on this planet and serve a greater purpose, because all of us are doing our work in our own way. And I want to read something from his book. I want to read something from this channeler's book. And I have it here. Okay. Just want to make sure. Okay, great. Here it is. I got it written down. I know I kind of, here it is. It says every day old souls, the old souls go to work, has friends, family, goes to school, and all the other things that life offers. It's really only number 5 who comes into contact with others on the planet, but it's how they treat other humans. That is the anchor. How do you act on the freeway of life, old soul? Is it compassionate? Do you see God in others? Do you see the creator in others? Do you see the universal force in others? Do you see the creative force in others? Number 5 is one who anchors, according to his perception, his perspective. Number 5 is one who anchors, and it does more to help this planet than all the other numbers together. The anchor spreads the compassion that this planet needs so that all the other numbers can work their specialties. So 5 that's why in the study of numbers, in names, 5 is the number that most likely show up in a person's name most of the times, the majority of the number 5. So pay attention to what that 5 is and what that 5 came to do. Now he goes on to say, I want to skip on, but it's a good book to get. And this is, like I said, my subject is inspired by this book. Like I said earlier, my subject is inspired by this book. This subject, Akashic Entanglement, is inspired because he started talking about it. But I have it from a whole numerical perspective. But go and get the book if you can. This is the 14th book. So obviously he got more. But this is a guy named Lee Carroll, born April the 29th, if I'm not mistaken. He's born April the 29th. Let me check out Lee Carroll. Oh, sorry. No, he's not the one born April. He's born February 15th, 1944. Pardon me. He's born February 15th, 1944, which makes sense to me because when you add that 2 plus the 15 plus the 1944, that adds up to 1961. And 1 plus 9 plus 6 plus 1 equals 17, which is the old soul number, the 8. His alignment number, Mr. Carroll, is a number 8, because when you add the 2 plus the 15, that adds up to 17, which is a legacy leaving number, but it's an old soul number. The number 8 is an old soul number. So whatever he's doing, making good sense to me, because he's coming from an old soul. And when you have those old soul energies, you're able to tap in to old things and remix it for this day and time. Like my life path is an old soul. It adds up to a number 17. Dr. Sebi's life path was a number 17, and he was born on the 26th, which is also connected to the number 8, which we know that's the erected infinity symbol. It's a symbol of the erected infinity symbol, but it is not the infinity symbol, if that makes any sense, because the infinity symbol was actually younger than the number 8. To tell you the truth, inspired by infinity symbol was inspired, and the infinity symbol was discovered or rediscovered by Dr. Wallace, or mathematician Wallace, in 1655, which adds up to a 17, which is an 8. So 8 already existed. Again, going to history, I'm going into those things because that's what I like to do. As a numerovator, you got to pull from all of your motivational sources and apply it to your lessons. So let me read one more thing about what he says about old souls, because all the numbers have their old soul ways and are entangled with all of these other old souls. But he goes on to say something real interesting. He says, this is just, he said, dear ones, this is the way of old souls and spiritual minded human works in this new energy. It's a system put together by old souls and workers of the light, where everyone plays their own specific role. It's not where everyone does the same thing or follows only one rule of truth. This is a confluence of energy that works works this puzzle in a beautiful golden circle. You don't all have to wear the same outfit or face the same direction or speak the same language to change the planet. You also don't even have to know each other. So I don't have to know you for you to be doing the same work I'm doing in your own perspective, in your own way. We are entangled in the Akashic Entanglement because we're all doing the work in our own way to help maintain the balance of this planet. Then he goes on to say, this is just the beginning and there will be more. But the premise is clear. Everyone has their niche. Let me say that again. Every one of you, me, Raku, Abundance Child, Sharif Bey, Brother Rich, Billy Carson, Sister Myra L. We all have our own niche. Everyone has their own niche. You, depending upon who they are and many lives they have had on the earth. The old souls are the most experienced and will recognize this message first. So I had to pick up this book because I recognize old souls recognize old souls. As a matter of fact, the name Chiron adds up to a number 17. And this man's life path is a number 17 that's channeling the spirit of Chiron. It makes total sense. In one system of numerology, that name adds up to a number 17. And I was like, whoa. And my life path is a 17. I said, whoa. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. That's what I was saying to myself when I picked up the book. Because when I added the K, the R, the Y, the O, and the N in the Chaldean system, it added up to a 17. The name, Cry On. Old soul again, and he's born with the life path. And he's downloading Chiron Lee Carroll. It's a download. It's a spiritual entity that's working through him for these different types of lectures at different dates. That's what I'm realizing. But when I did his name in the Pythagorean system, when I added the 2 plus the 9 plus the 7 plus the 6 plus the 5, that added up to 29, which is the master number 11. Makes perfect sense because 11 is the spiritual runway that opens you up to a Chiron. His name is Lee Carroll. He has double E's, double R's, and double L's. That's how he writes his name. Lee, L-E-E, Carroll. So he has double R's, which is master number frequency, double L's, which is a master number frequency, double E's, which is a master number frequency. So people with the multitude of doubling numbers in their name or double letters in their name are able to connect and transmute the information from a higher level if they are open to it. You got to be open. If you're not open, that's your business. You got to be open. That means you have to unlearn in order to relearn about your Akashic entanglement or your Akashic connection. You got to unlearn it. Unlearn all the madness that we was taught from our parents. And maybe they was ones that was connected to Akashic, but they didn't understand it because they was also diluted and mind controlled from the religious paradigms of these colonialism, these colonizers and all these people that has shut down our power. And they don't want us to have our power. They don't want the power of the gods within to shine. They don't want us to do that. And then you have some of us that are fighting against those that are doing the work in some way or some form or some fashion. Then he goes on to say, after it says everyone has their niche, depending upon who they are and how many lives they have had on earth. The old souls are the most experienced and will recognize this message first. This system begins to explain why some of you are called to do certain things and others are not. I am called to do numerovation. That's why the word was downloaded and created for me to put it in the algorithms, because it wasn't there before. Numeration was there, not numerovation. Numeration was there. Numerical is there, but not numerovation. Now I put it in the lexicon dictionary so the algorithms can build up. Now I can Google on AI and they'll tell you who's the founder of numerovation. They'll say King Simon. And this is not to toot my own horn. It's just that we all have the capacity to download new words that can be part of this algorithm, because that is probably your job. And when my friend Dr. Angela Moten sent me the lexicon dictionary app to upload new words and their meanings, I was like, oh, my spirit, she's seen the word. And her spirit says, tell King Simon that he can put this in the lexicon verbiage. And sure enough, she sent it to me. I put it up there, but because it's not bootylicious, as soon as that came out, that went into the algorithms immediately, because you have a main artist singing all of that. So everybody is calling themselves bootylicious. All the women are saying bootylicious is bootylicious. So bootylicious become a part of the algorithm within a year to 5 years, where my numerovation might take 5 to 10 years, maybe 20 years for it to kick in, because I'm not a celebrity at that level per se. But I know all of us are celebrities, whether it's in a menial way or a maximum higher level way, like a Beyonce or a LL Cool J or whoever. But again, let me read what it says. Again, it says, this system begins to explain why some of you are called to do certain things and others are not. Then the energy says, dear ones, don't beat yourself up mentally because you don't think you measure up to your neighbor who you feel is doing something more important than you. Don't beat yourself up. That's what the entity is saying. Don't beat yourself up. Big up to Erin Lyons and all those people that I'll be channeling. Big up to Erin Lyons. Beautiful sister. She's pregnant. She's enjoying life, but she be channeling. Big up to people like Mama Ella that be channeling. And all of you out there that are modern day sage that be channeling from that record that all of us came here to use. Sister Oshun, big up to her music. She just have to keep it up and do what she got to do. But again, it says, dear ones, I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me, I'm talking to all of these entities that's watching me in any capacity. Don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up because you don't feel that you got this and you don't got that and that don't do that to yourself. You're going to lead yourself to depression, and that's one damn thing I ain't doing with myself. I'm not doing that. Big up to people like Paris Williams that are doing her thing to say the way that she's doing it. Downloading from the Akashic records, because it's all a part of the Akasha. It's all a part of the Akashic records. And we have to recognize it. And whether you do things at a higher level or a lower level, it's being recorded. It's being recorded. Whether you're a criminal, it's being recorded. Whether you're an evil pedophile, it's being recorded. Whether you're an evil rapist, it's in the records. And some of you mother effers don't know that. Those people that have that in their energy to do that to other people, it's in the records. And if you're not willing to play the record right, then you might have to keep on coming back here until you resolve the grooves in that record, till you align yourself to be what you're supposed to be. And some people came to do evil stuff. Let's be real. Some people came here to do evil stuff. Let's be real. Don't play. Some people came here to do some evil stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's real. It's the real deal. And I strive, after going through all of my lives, doing singing, being clubbing, being a womanizer, doing all of that, being a healer to some women, whatever it is, and being a healer to some men, and being a healer to my children at some capacity, or running away from responsibilities. It's all in the records, all in the lesson. It's what you do with it before you leave the planet that's most important. What you do with it before you leave this planet is most important. So I got to clean up myself. And the Akashic entanglement of me cleaning up myself is to allow myself to connect with those energies, to be a better self, connect with the books to be a better self. Once you tap into the Akashic records and the Akasha, it's the sky, it's the space that's abundant that we all could tap into. And we can't be afraid to tap into. I can't be afraid. You know? Paris, you're gonna have to wait right now. I'm doing this live here, so please be patient. Or I'm gonna put this. My dear Paris is reminding me of the new book. Yes, the new book is live now, family. The new book is live. I'm gonna put it in the chat right now. Those who want to get my new children's book, it's live. Here's the direct link to the new children's book. Let We Tell the Story. Direct link to the new children's book. My new children's book, our new children's book. I say our because this is an ancestral thing. So on my link tree, but I just put up the direct link to the Amazon link right now. That's the direct link. It's in the chat right now, so you can actually click on it and it will show you where it is. You know, because I right now I'm trying to stay focused in my lesson. All right. Go, and the live, it's in the chat. And so people that want to get this book, this was a song that I wrote years ago. You know, this is a song that I wrote years ago called Black and White Story. This was a channel. And on this page right here, right now, this page that you say, but let us tell the story. You have on the front page, right there, on the front of that page, right there where the spread is, you have Dr. Sabi in there at the end in a cartoon manner. You got my grandfather next to me. That's me in the middle. You got Dennis Brown. You got my aunt. My aunt Verena is right there between Dr. Sabi and my grandfather in a cartoon manner. You got Dennis Brown. You got Queen Ty also inside of there. It's a very good illustration by Rainbow Arts. If you want to get the book, the link is in the description because I made sure I had the link ready to go in the description here. All right. So getting back to the subject matter. Getting back into the subject matter. It's very important that you take the time out to tap into your deeper essence of who you are. And yes, numbers can guide you. Yes, tarot can guide you. Yes, spiritual advisors in the church or in Islam or in Judaism can guide you once they are in the pureness of the guidance. Because no matter where it leads you, you might get thrown off on another path because of other people's feelings and what they feel you may do because of their mind control. But again, the book says, dear ones, don't beat yourself up mentally because you don't think you measure up to your neighbor. And who is your neighbor? Your neighbor is whoever you are connected to, not just somebody that's next door to you. Your neighbor can be a celebrity. Your neighbor can be your mother, your father. Your neighbor could be your cousin that might be successful. Don't beat yourself up because you don't feel that you measure up. Who you feel is doing something more important than yourself. You might feel some people might be jealous of what I'm doing, that they feel is more important than what they're doing, but that's not the truth. It says, God or the creator sees you all the same, working the puzzle together. So all I'm doing from my perspective is adding on to the puzzle. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. Adding on to the grand puzzle. It's a puzzle, family. And all you came here to do is do your best, because the best is all you can do at the end of the mother flipping day. The best is all you can do. Believe that. Do your best. Do your best. Dr. Africa used to say it to me all the time. Do your best, King. Do your best, King. Do your best. He did his best before he left the planet. Dr. Sabi did his best before he left the planet. And all of them, even though they was in disagreement with each other, all of them was akashically entangled. Because even when you're disagreeing with somebody about how you do this and how they do that and how that person did this, that is an entanglement. And sometimes the entanglement can go smooth, and sometimes the entanglement can go all over the place. But that's the entanglement. Last but not least, what he says in this book, very good book to have and get. I found this in a park. I pray that you find books and you look at books and, and really, if you see a book on the street or find a book, go through those books and see which one resonates with you, because obviously it was there for a reason. But again, he says, God or the creator or the omnipotent force sees you all the same, working the puzzle together. Leave this place differently than you came, with knowledge that is uplifting and a change to the attitude about what might be happening for you. Family, I'm talking to all of you, all of my brothers and sisters. I don't care what color, what creed, what race, whatever you may be. I don't care. I don't care if you're gay, straight, left, right. I don't care. Because if you're not leaving this planet the best way you can be, if you're not leaving this planet differently than you came, with knowledge that is uplifting and a change of attitude of what might be happening for you, what are you doing here? We all got a piece of this puzzle. We all got it. I'm still studying that book, so much more is probably going to come through. But I want to get into the lesson. And I want to show this on the front page here. I want to show this on the front page here, if you don't mind. Now, look what it says. It says, How's everybody doing out there? Sound like Bobby Hemmett. How everybody doing? How y'all doing out there? Come on. Y'all all right? Y'all all right? Y'all all right? Put a number 1 in the chat if y'all all right. Because Bobby is born. Bobby Hemmett was born November 28. 2 plus 8 equals 10. 1 plus 0 equals 1. Put a number 1 in the chat if y'all all right out there. If y'all all right, put a number 1 in the chat. If y'all all right, put a number 1 in the chat. Instagram, YouTube, wherever y'all are. If you all right, put a number 1 in the chat, please. Put a number 1 in the chat if y'all all right. You know what I'm saying? Okay, as long as y'all all right. I'm not too deep now. I haven't been too deep, right? I've kept it simple. One thing people know about me, I keeps it simple. We all right. All right, as long as y'all all right. And don't forget to spread love. Come on now. Show some love. Cash App, PayPal, whatever. Show some love. There it is. It's right there. As a matter of fact, let me put the links in the thing. If it means anything to you to keep this machine going, because we do have to pay for this machine. Matter of fact, I pay yearly for this machine called StreamYard so I can stream on multiple devices. Here is the link to my Cash App and PayPal. I'm going to put it in the chat, and you can spread love any way you want. Remember, circulate love. Don't spend money. Circulate money. And the more you circulate money, it comes back to you wholeheartedly. So circulate money. Do not spend money. Circulate money. That's a psychology. That's what the science of living was all about when the late, great Reverend Ike used to say that. You know, when the great Reverend Ike used to say that. Here's my Cash App and PayPal. Thanks for the super chat. Although I don't know where super chat is going and they take a lot from super chat, try to use the Cash App and PayPal. But thank you very much for the super sticker. But try to use the Cash App and the PayPal because they take a lot from the super chat. A lot of us, even Star from Star Report is complaining about what they're taking. That's why he would rather Cash App or PayPal. I'm telling you now, they take a lot. So you might have sent $3 and they might give me 50 cents. That's how deep that gets. Like this person, thank you very much for sending $3. They might give me only 50 cents out of that. I'm just letting you know that's how these games be playing. Just letting you know. So Cash App and PayPal is better. Please do that. A lot of content creators are now saying that. Really. Thank you very much, Goddess. Just letting y'all know that I'm just being real with y'all. Just being real with y'all. They do what they got to do, but we're going to do what we got to do and keep it moving. Because at the end of the day, I still got to pay. I still got to circulate $400 and something for this whole stream every year. You know what I'm saying? Still, it's real. You know? So I want to read what I found when I looked up Akashic Entanglement, the spiritual meaning. It says, Akashic Entanglement is a concept that combines elements of spirituality and quantum physics. Here's a breakdown of its spiritual meaning. Akashic refers to the Akashic records, a spiritual concept describing the repository of all human experience, thoughts, and events. It's like a cosmic library where every soul's journey is recorded. And remember, that word comes from out of India, comes from out of one of the oldest nations on the world. People from India is one of the oldest, just like us, of the darker hue, from Africa, and the indigenous ones of over here in Amexem. We are the oldest. The melanated ones are the oldest ones. Entanglement, it goes on to say, entanglement inspired by quantum physics suggests a deep connection between two or more beings where their energies become intertwined, transcending space and time. So together, Akashic entanglement implies interconnectedness. All beings are connected and their experiences are part of a larger collective tapestry. Energetic resonance. Souls can resonate with each other, sharing energies and experiences. Timelessness. Connection transcends linear time, allowing for past, present, and future interactions. Spiritual oneness. Akashic entanglement reflects the ideal that we are all part of a single, undivided consciousness. This concept encourages us to embrace our interconnectedness, honor the collective soul journey, and recognize the profound spiritual bonds between beings. What a powerful thing. Very powerful, family. Very powerful indeed. That is very powerful. And we have to really take a look at what's happening, how that we connect, because this meaning that comes, the word Akasha, which comes from the Sanskrit writing, which means space, sky, or ether. This is connected to our cosmology. It's not just Indian, it's not just African, it's not just indigenous, Moorish, it's all of us. Even Europeans got it, because remember, Europe was founded by original melanated people. The Grimaldis, go and study the history of the Grimaldis that were in Europe before even the lightest of them, or the Caucasoid even came out, or even they was expelled to the mountains, and then they came out the way they came out. But you got to remember, that we were there 45,000 years prior to them ever coming out. Go read the book Sex and Races by the volume, the great volumes by J.A. Rogers, born September 6th. Education number. Go read the volumes by A.J. Rogers and all of those people that understood. The word Europe comes from Europa, a Persian princess. Go study, go research. It's there. Melanated princess. Thank you, Teresa Taylor, for your donation. Thank you, Butler, Mr. and Mrs. Butler, for your donation. Thank you, Cheryl Lewis, for your donation. I'm appreciative of this circulation, this donation that you're circulating to me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Y'all are very appreciated. And those that want to do, please use please use the Cash App or the PayPal link that I'm going to pin at the top. I'm going to pin at the top of this channel if you want to spread love the Brooklyn way. You know what I'm saying? Spread love. Bop, bop, up. If you want to spread love, spread love. You know what I'm saying? Whatever way you can spread and circulate love, spread and circulate the love. You know? Spread love. Spread love. Yeah, I'm here. I'm about to pin that to the top. Don't worry. Spread love. And again, thank you, Goddess Real, for doing what sharing, spreading love the way you know how to spread love. Thank you very much, Goddess Real. Why is that happening? Don't do that. Hold on 1 second. I want to pin it to the top. And it's not making me pin it to the top for some reason. Come on now. Hold on. I got to get to the subject, man. I got to finish off the subject. Yep. Got to finish up the subject because I got to give y'all the mathematics of it also. I got to give y'all the mathematics of this also. This is very important. The mathematics of this thing is very important. You know? The mathematics of this thing is very, very important, as I'm beginning to recognize more and more every day as these upload and these downloads come to me, you know, and I say upload and downloads for a reason. I say uploads and downloads for a reason, because remember, all of us have a divine spirit and energy in us that's connected to the records, that's connected to the universal creative force, whether you call it God, Allah, Jah, Yahweh, whatever you calling it. That's up to you. We give it names. Humans like to give things names. I got that. Whether you think it's an alien or not, that's up to you. Whatever you think it is, pay attention. So when I go to the number factors, that's why I said in the flyer description, boom. That's why I said in the flyer description, Akashic Entanglement, the 11113333 frequency, because when I went to the mathematics of it, I found those frequencies. And I'm happy to have found them. Look, Akashic adds up to a number 25, which is a 7, another spiritual number. In the Pythagorean system, it adds up to 25, which is the number of observation and listening impeccably. Listening and observing not just others outside of you, but your inner part of you, and being willing to adapt to the compassionate inner powers that you have because of the 2 and the 5. Now it adds up to the number 7. 7 is the introspective number. So when you are tapping into the Akashic, that means you're trying to intuitively tap into an energy that can help give you guidance. In the Chaldean system, the same word, Akashic, adds up to a number 16. Go figure that one out. Which equals the number 7, which deals with a creative aspect, and then finding the balance in your creative aspect and your assertive aspect and your demanding aspect to get to the Akashic and understand the Akashic within yourself again, the introspective number. This is not a game. This is not a joke. This is applied mathematics. That's what this is, applied mathematics. Because when you apply your mathematics, it can guide you. And the internal of the word, Akashic, the A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y, the vowels of the word, the A, the I, adds up to the master number 11. Again, 11 shows up. That's why 11 is on there, but 11 is on there also because when I did the Akashic Entanglement, both frequencies added up to the number 11, not only in the Pythagorean, but also in the Chaldean system. That's why 11. Where did 33 come from? The consonants of the word 33 in both systems of numerology, the consonants of the word adds up to 33. That's where I found the 33, not in the Akashic, but I found it in the entanglement. And entanglement, although people have made it negative since the Will and Jada drama, entanglement with her and August Asina, whatever that young man is. Matter of fact, I got one of his songs that he's singing about the entanglement. It's crazy. But they've made it negative when in actuality, in the spiritual realm, if your entanglement is appropriate, and if it's respectful, it can be healing, especially with relationships, especially in your spiritual connection with the Akashic record. It can be a healing factor because the consonants of any word or any name represents the outer aspect of the word or the name. So that's the consonants of the word. Entanglement adds up to 33. The vowels of the word entanglement adds up to number 16 in the Pythagorean and number 16 in the Chaldean. Again, dealing with the spiritual nuances of planning and aligning yourself with the creative and the balanced aspect of the word. So if you're going to do anything, just recall that 7 plus 4, because the word entanglement adds up to 49, which is a 13, which is a 4. 4 plus 7 equals 11. So that's where I seen the spiritual 11 and the spiritual pathway of understanding and bringing the equilibrium of the physical and the spiritual together, which means, from a simple perspective, that when 11 shows up in your chart, whether it's in the vowels, whether it's in your name, whether it's in your last name, whether it's in your first name, whether it's in your middle name, whether it's in your birthday, that means you have the propensity and you have the powers to download spiritual information and make them tangible on earth. I'm talking to people that have that 11 in any part, whether it's in the vowels, whether it's in the consonants, whether it's the actual name or word, adds up to the number 11. Like Akashic in the Pythagorean system has the number 11. Pay attention to those master numbers that pop up. Pay attention to those master numbers that pop up. They're important frequencies of guidance. So when I do a numerovational session, whether you do the 15-minute one with me, the 10 to 15-minute one, or you do the 30 to 35-minute session with me, take this number, take a snapshot of this number, text me, and get on my very little waiting list, and I will definitely do your session probably within this month. Definitely. I got a lot of slots open in the month of July. So if you want to book a session with me, you could either do a 10 to 15 minutes, which will be a 15-minute session, or a 30 to 35 minutes. But this new way that I'm doing it, the numerovational perspective, is that I'm also going to give a breakdown. If you do the 15 or 10 minutes, then I'm just going to give the 10 to 15 minutes. Then I'm just going to be a breakdown of your first name and all the letters connected to it, especially from the Pythagorean and the Chaldean system. I have to give you both systems. I'm going to give you a breakdown of each letter and what they mean. The first name. But if you're doing the full session with me, I'm going to email you. I'm going to email you a write-up on your name, because remember, the name revealed the expression, the soul urge, the inner and the outer you, and it helps to allow you to open up to your gift, talents, and skills. That's what's important, that you came to do with whatever name that your mama and your daddy gave you. And even if you change your name and you've used that name for at least over 3 to 5 years, then use that name. Don't use the one that your mama gave. But if you want to find out what you was born with through your mommy and your daddy or your grandparents giving you that name, then use that name. Especially if you're doing the full session, then I'll do your first, middle, and last name. Keep it focused down to 3 if you can. If you got a whole bunch of names like Baba, Olatunje, Kenyatta, don't do that to me, please. Just keep it down to 3 names, please. I know some people have 4 names. I have 4 names. I know I have T. Anthony Simon Brown. I got 4 names, but just keep it to 3 names, because there's a lot, But you know what? At least if you have 4 names, I will break that down after you do the long session, the 30 minutes to 35-minute session, which the prices has now changed. The rates has now changed. There's a new rate because I'm doing more, and I want to put y'all to work. And I want you to enjoy the work, because once you know the meaning of your name and each letter and what it's connected to, then you know what you need to do in this realm to enhance your gift, your talents, and skills that you possibly came here to reveal through your name. The birthday reveals the lessons, but also can be connected to that. To your gifts and talents and skills, because the lessons are here to add on to your gift, talents, and skills, or here to open you up to it more. So if the birthday represents the lessons of life, then in connection with your name frequency, the lessons of life are supposed to assist along your patterns, cycles, and sequences, because like I always say, this is not psychic. But like I put in my book, like I put in the front of my book, the front of this book, Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. Numerology uses numbers as a key to human behavior, an easy learned method that exercises, let me say it again, an easy learned method that exercises the mind's intuitive faculty. So numbers is not psychic, but it helps to exercise your intuitive faculties so you can tap into the purest form of your spidey senses, which is your intuition. Because your intuition is the purest guide and your purest connection to the Akashic, divine, creative energy. That is your purity. Tap in and stop tapping out. Tap in and stop tapping out. Speaking to everybody that's coming in. Wow, my number is 11. But Carmen Williams, you got even master number 33 in your last name. So if that's your last name, you've inherited also the master number 33. See, that's what I look for. I look for all of that. When you got Williams and all these double L's like Billy, or you have double R's in your name, that's what I look for. When they connected together, when you see double R and double M's and double N's and double S's, and you start seeing where your other master numbers are intensifying your connection. So you could do what you have to do. Man, and this is a beautiful science. This is a beautiful. And you know what's so funny in the book, Cryon's book, he said something about beautiful. Let me see if I can find that word, find where he said it at. Said something about beautiful, but this is a quantum system. And I know that word is being thrown around, but when you add numbers to it, it adds another quantum level to it. When you start doing multiplication and subtraction and all that kind of stuff, now you start finding the different interpretations to use that can take you to another level in your own life, but also the ability to help your family. And he goes, okay, here it is. He says something about this category, Akashically entangled old soul, is for those who are constantly pushed to do work. Some are channelers, some are authors, some are writers, some are speakers. These lives may seem normal, but they are not. All they do in their walking hours is think about why they're here. They'll push themselves constantly with the energy from the Akash until the day they take their last breath. It is about one singular focus, pushed thing. It's beautiful because they get a lot done, because there's a way of thinking from others, which looks at them and say, oh, look at that. I should do that. I'm not really doing anything compared to that. Or look at that. They never have time for anyone or any time but their own work. So within this discussion, I want to talk about this very biased thinking amongst light workers. It says, dear ones, in the 5 categories, there must be those who have an entangled Akash. In order to push this new energy into fast forward as they do, it has to be my partner knows this, and he's seeing himself change. He now realized this is all he's going to do. He realized he never's going to retire. Somehow that would be a betrayal of his Akash. He's going to push until it's over, and he knows others who are just like him. And now in this segment of the book, he's talking about the role of the number 1 Akashic entanglement, because everybody has at least 1 to 5 Akashic entanglements. Every one of us have at least 1 to 5 Akashic entanglements. And all of them can go through your life simultaneously or go through your life in one aspect, but they're all there for a reason to help propel you to the next level. So he's speaking particularly about the number 1 Akashic entanglement, but he has from 1 to 5 in this. So it's a powerful book. And like I say, I'm not afraid to share books and information. It's a powerful book. The book is called, those that are just tuning in, remember, family, like, subscribe, and share, and comment respectfully. And do remember, hey, if you want to circulate some funds, you can also go to my Cash App. That's $ kingsimon3158, or my PayPal. That's paypal.me /King Simon. If this means anything to you, you tapping in and you're synchronous, you're aligning yourself with what I'm doing and how I'm doing. Remember, I'm not a numerologist. I'm going to say that to people in the back of the room. I'm not a numerologist. I am a numerovator that wants you to use the words and your name and your birthday to activate and maximize your greatness. Whether you do it on a low level or on a high level, maybe in your past life you was the great king and the great god of this. Maybe in this life you're a vagabond and you're doing other crazy stuff. That's just how this cycle can work. Some of us don't know our path because they haven't remembered or recall what they used to do as a child that they gravitated to so fast. So you might have gravitated to art and dancing as a child. That is your gift. If you had the gift of gab and you like to chat too much and talk too much as a child, that is your gift. That is one of your purposes. And now you just start to add on the variables of different purposes and you building on. Now you're using your chatting that you used to be called a chatterbox when you was young, like I was called a chatterbox when I was young, using it to do writing, oratory work, podcasts, television shows. Now you're using your gift. Snap out of the bull crap of waiting for watching a 2-hour television show like some angel is going to come on and this aha moment is going to happen. Lights shine and water's pouring and flash dance and a bucket of water is thrown on you. And I'm this. Come on, man. Stop the bull crap. It's not television. They only have a certain amount of time to give you that information on television. This is a life process. This is a process, and sometimes the process is hard. So when you understand your numbers and your frequency, whether it's the words that we use or the names that we have or the birthdays that we share, two people can share the same birthday and one do something and the other one does nothing with it. You have a twin that can be outwardly vibrant and the other one could be subdued and quiet and more to themselves. One can be doing powerful work in the world and the other one could be doing idiotic work. I'm talking about twins. Born the same day from the same mama, probably the same time, just a few minutes off. And if you go to astrology, that few minutes means something. If you go from a mathematical perspective, that few minutes off, that person is born 10:20, and then that child comes out at the other twin comes out at 10:20, 10:23. That frequency just changed it. Look at it. It just changed. So the 10:10 could be, that 10:10 person could be the one that has the acute knowledge. I'm talking about the twins that might come out at 10:10 at night or 10:10 in the morning. And then the other one comes out at 10:30. They might have a weird and subdued knowledge because that 10:30 adds up to a number 4, and 4 deals with the weird and unusual. The 10:10 adds up to the number 20, which deals with compassion and the need to align themselves with some great purpose. Showing you how it works. Showing you how this works. Showing you how it works from my perspective and my constant master student acknowledging of what I download and upload on a constant basis. Sometimes I don't even remember my dreams because I'm not supposed to remember it because I am the walking dream. Let me say that again. You can be the walking dream. That's why most of you don't remember your dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily. Everybody finish that song. Finish that song for me right now in the chat. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily. What is it? What does it end with? Put it in the chat if you remember what it says. Put it in the chat if you remember what it says. I started off the song. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily. Thank you very much. Life is but a dream. Life is but a dream. Life is but a dream. Stop. This is my life. So I might not be remembering my dreams. Every now and then I tap in and I remember. But if I don't remember, it's my life that's the dream. It's my life that's the dream. We've been singing this song all of our lives, family. We've been singing this song all of our lives. We've been singing this song. Big up to those on Instagram putting it up there too. We've been singing our song all of our lives. We've been singing this song all of our lives. And I remember Dick Gregory about 10 years ago, 10 to 15 years ago, Dick Gregory did that on stage, that life is but a dream thing. And everybody went, because we all know life is but a dream. We all know it. We all know this. So in closing, because this has to close. In closing, we're going in 1 hour, 19 minutes. In closing, family. And again, spread love, up. It's all right to spread love. Thank you very much. I know you just came in. 11. Big up to you. But I'm not doing any personal birthday anything right now. That's not what I'm doing right now. I'm breaking down a lesson here. But thank you for the super chat. And like I tell people, when you send super chat, that's why I tell people to send the Cash App, not the super chat, because you can send me $4.99 and they'll only give me 99 cents. Just be clear. They'll only give 99 cents. They take the bulk of it because you're using their apparatus. You know, they're using the apparatus, but it's always better to send Cash App and PayPal. Always better to send. Even when I start seeing people like Star complaining about it from Star Report, who I know knows the algorithms. I know he knows the algorithm. I know that it's real because he has been a paradigm shifter for years in the radio business and in the broadcasting business. So big up to my good brother Star. As y'all know, I'm one of the very few people that can call him brother. That brother is a good brother to me. I've been a good brother to him. We respect each other's energy. Big up to Star from Star Report, aka Star and Buck Wild. People that don't know, we are old friends. We go back. No problem. But y'all got to remember, Cash App and PayPal are the better factors if y'all going to send anything. Because they, that super chat. That super chat keeps your money. I mean, that super chat, this apparatus, although we are appreciative of it, every cent count, but they take the bulk of it. So like I said, if you send in $4.99 like this person did, it's going to be 99 cents they're going to give us, or probably $1. And it's their apparatus. It's not mine. So I could agree with that. Hey, do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Big up to Shaniqua. Shaniqua, you need to call me. Shaniqua's a beautiful sister. Shaniqua, you need to call me. We need to link up. I was in New York and now I'm gone. I'm back in Georgia, but I still need to link up with you. Probably get you back on the show, but more deeper meanings. I love you like cook food, girl. I love you like cook food. She probably laughing like cook food. But again, family, in closing. Yes. Call me after the show. I'll be finished. I'm not. I got other things that I got to do later. But thank you. Thank you for all those people that are sending Cash App and PayPal. Thank y'all very much. I really appreciate it. Let me shout out a few names. And I'm going to be breaking down the Jason scientists coming up soon. I'm going to be breaking down the Jason science, because I'm about to get this book, an old book on the subject. And I want to break down the Jason months. Those that know about the Jason month, I know Blue Pill talks about it. I said the Duke of Tears talk about it. I'm going to break it down from a numerical perspective each month, because the Jason months in in some of the conscious teachings has been known for sacrifices being made. Yes, and some of those sacrifices have been negative. However, think about this. Instead of vibing with what they've been teaching us about the Jason months from a negative metaphysical perspective, I want people to tap in from a positive perspective, metaphysical perspective, because we got to heighten the frequency. And the more we heighten the frequency is the more that we combat the negativity that's out there. Because we need more of this. We need more channels like this to combat the negative that's being put out there. And I'm not mentioning no names. I'm not mentioning no drama. I watch some of the drama. I like Tasha K. I like her drama. I like her Wendy. I used to love Wendy Williams because I learned about the negative side, and I always went towards the positive outlook. I love when Star and Buck Wild used to be on air doing their thing. But I pick, and that's why me and Star are good friends and respective of each other, because he always respects my positive point of view. Because I'm looking for that in everything. Even the person that hurts other people, I'm looking for that, because hurt people does hurt people. But heal people heals people too. And we keep on forgetting. And I wrote that in my book. in one of my chapters about hurt people, but heal people also heal people. I wrote it in which chapter did I write it in? Which phase did I write it? I wrote it in not numerovational healing. I wrote it in the third chapter called phase 3, page number 38. I wrote it in my book about it. I said, here it is. I said, the first quote that I put in the book, on page 38, called the phase number 3, which express in order to heal, not hurt. I said, I quoted Iyanla Vanzant, born September 13, 1953. She said, the solution is always in the same room with the problem. That's a powerful quote. The solution is in the same room with the problem. Let me say it one more time for the people in the back of this mathematical universe. The solution is in the same room with the problem. The solution is in the same room with the problem. You are the solution to your problems. You're looking everywhere else. Then I go on to say, there's an old saying, hurt people hurts people. And this is true. However, the opposite is also true. Healed people heal people. And then I go on to say in my book, Numerovation for Mental Stability, I said, in 2009, I co-produced a lecture on Saturday, November 14th at St. Anthony's Baptist Church in Brooklyn, New York. During the presentation, the late great herbalist and healer, Dr. Sebi, said, healers need healing and I need healing. I remember saying to myself, he is so right. Why do healers need healing? Because many of those that are doing the healing work give so much of themselves that they need to rejuvenate and recharge their spiritual battery. This is what I'm saying in my book. Another great naturopath and healer, Dr. Africa, told me during a conversation in his home, he said, while I was in the field of psychiatry, myself and other psychiatrists had to sit in a therapeutic circle at the end of a work week and talk to each other in order to diffuse the stress of dealing with mental patients. This is what Dr. Africa told me. They had to sit in a circle. All the other therapists, which makes sense to me, had to sit in the circle and diffuse each other. diffuse the stress of dealing with mental patient. And I said to Dr. Say, I said to him, this is I'm saying in the book, I'm saying what I'm saying. And I know why this is so accurate, because as soon as he told me this message, I wrote it down. I went back to my room and I told Doc, I have to write that down. I said, I got to write what you just said down. And I said to him, that makes sense, because it's a lot to take in on a weekly basis. And then Dr. Africa came with his funny self. He said, yeah, people are just crazy, King. And we both started laughing. May both Dr. Africa and Dr. Sebi rest in peace, because they were comical in their own way, but they were serious as a heart attack and colon cancer put together. They were, Dr. Africa and Dr. Sebi may have said jokes and had a little funny moments and all that kind of stuff. You may have think Dr. Africa was condescending in the way he said things, but he was as serious, both of them in their own way, was as serious as heart attacks and colon cancer put together. They were akashically connected and entangled to heal the world because of the master number 11. They were on that vortex. Whether they sat down and talked to each other or not, whether they talked about each other or not, they were entangled in some form of way. And whether you learned from their entanglement or not, the Akashic entanglement for all of us is for us to learn the spiritual nuances and how we can bring equilibrium and love and communication and balance to our connection to the physical and the spiritual realm. And on that note, family, I want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming on and sharing the love, being a part of this journey of lessons that I offer freely. But if you donate, beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I offer this freely. I do this for the love. I don't do this for the likes. Let me say that again. Like Chronic says, I do this for the love. I don't do this for the likes. Yes, my book is on Amazon. Those that are those that don't know me that are coming on for the first time here, you can go to Amazon for my books. Those that are Instagram, you go to Amazon. My books, all my books are on Amazon, and my new children book is usually good for children 4 to 10. This new children's book that's out, it's released today. Actually, it was released last night, but the new children's book is out too. Let We Tell the Story, based on my reggae journey of singing that song, Black and White Story. My new children's book is also on Amazon. You can go to my link tree to all my links, linktree.ee/KingSimonthenumerovator. But if you want to get all my other numerology books, and sometimes why I wrote a children's books like this instead of doing another numerology book, because my last numerology is going to be a thick book, and it's going to be hardcover, and it's going to probably go for $100, $150 to $200. My last book before I leave this planet. And I'm saying that to everybody out there. My last book will be my last numerology book before I leave this planet. And I know, people are probably, oh, I said to my children that I'm writing 10 books and I'm out of here. Not that I'm going to take my life or none of that stuff. I just know I'm going to fall asleep and I'm going to say, I've done my work. I got to go. Dr. Africa did that. Fell asleep. Got to go. That's it. I don't know any cause of death. I don't know none of that. All I know that when I was with Dr. Africa 3 months before he passed on, he said, I'm tired, King. And when a soul and a spirit and a physical being says, I'm tired, I understood. I could see it in him. I understood. That's my Baba. That was my teacher. And he is the publisher of my books, 3 of my books. You see, and 3 of the books these are the 3 books he's the publisher of. He's the publisher of the 3 books, not Numerovation. That's the only book that he didn't publish. He didn't even get to see. He passed on. All those other books, other than Numerovation, Dr. Africa, you're going to see this logo in the back of the book. Charles Child Publishing. That's him and his wife publishing company. And you'll see his logo with his website on it. That's why I have so much love for that elder, because that elder recognized my greatness and said he will help me publish my book so I can take it to another level. That's why I miss that brother. And he comes in my dreams nowadays. You know, I know, yeah, I'm tearing up. I'm sorry. But he comes in my dreams every now and then. We talk. Last time he came in my dream, Dr. Africa, him and I had a good laugh, and we was going up an escalator. I didn't even look up that dream. But him and I was talking about something, and we had a big laugh, and we went up the escalator. And then I woke up from the dream. Big laugh. So big up to his beautiful wife that's keeping the journey going. Make sure y'all go to lailaafrica.com. Big up to all of Dr. Sebi's family that's keeping it going in any capacity. The only one that I really pay attention to, only ones that I really pay attention to is Ma'a, the first wife that started the healing journey with him. I pay attention to KT, of course, one of the stepchildren of Dr. Sebi through Annette Thomas, his beautiful mother. I pay attention to Yaki Awakening, who probably never met Dr. I don't know if he met him or not, but I know he's teaching what he's doing what he got to do. I pay attention to who else do I pay attention to in the Dr. Sebi realm? I pay attention to Zave, because Dr. Sebi has mentioned Zave before. I pay attention to Zave, his daughter. I'm paying attention to Taiwa, his youngest daughter, before he transitioned. I'm paying attention to Taiwa because she is a powerful herbalist herself. I heard he taught her a lot. You know, I heard he taught her a lot, you know, before he transitioned. Oh, wow. Thank you, Billy. Billy just texted me. All right, Billy text me. He says the promo is working. Go ahead. Yeah. And before I close out, just remember, family, before I close out, remember the gathering of the masters have been sold out, but they have a live stream for that. Go to the live stream, eventbrite.com/gathering of the master live stream. They have a live stream for that. And if you can't make it to the gathering of the master, look, we got another event that you can make it to and come hang out with us. Me, Brother Rich, Dr. B, all of us gonna be at the Forbidden Knowledge Awards. We've been nominated, you know, so make sure y'all come out to that. We're gonna have a good time. We've met some unique people while eating breakfast at that Marriott hotel. And if you do want to come out, I'll tell you what, let me now I can get you a pair of tickets right now. I can get you a pair of tickets because I think I have, how many do I have left to give away? I think I have, let me see. But you have to do something for me. You have to support something for me. You got to support this particular book right here. This is the book you have to buy because the tickets cost much more than that for the Forbidden Knowledge Awards. And if you buy this book, I will put you +1 on my guest list. If you buy this book, remember the Forbidden Knowledge Award is going to be in Miami. So, and if you do want to go, I do have the discount link to the hotel if you want to be in the hotel that we are staying in. He just sent me that discount link. I do have that. And let me see how many people I have on my list. I'm almost finished with my list. Boom. PayPal or Cash App, and then put your full name and address in the PayPal or Cash App description. Okay. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, 20. Let me see. 2 equals. I have 10. I have 5 pairs of tickets left. I have 5 pairs of tickets left. 5 pairs of tickets left. Only 5. 5 pairs of tickets. If you purchase this book for $88.88, I will give you a pair of tickets. You and a guest, if you want to come out with a guest, or just one person. If you're just coming by yourself, it's good. I'll give you a pair of tickets to this right now. I'm looking for, if you're going to buy it, I want you to call in right now. I want you to call in on the show right now. You can call in right now at this number right here, 718-210-8853. If you're going to buy the book and you're going to put your full name and everything, I will give you a pair of tickets. You just got to get it down, get to Miami, and get your own hotel. I ain't doing all of that. And it's only for August, the whole day of August the 4th, which is the book signing and the awards. And so there's going to be a lot of people going to be at the book signing. I'm going to be out the book signing, helping out with Billy. I'm going to be there. So if you want to come and you can make it to Miami, or you live in the Miami area, call me right now. If you're going to buy the book, the hardcover book, this is a hardcover collector's edition. I don't print the hardcover. Amazon don't sell the hardcover. I only put these out probably once a year. So you can call me right now if you can make it to Miami. If you can't make it to Miami, don't waste my time. The phone lines is open. If you can call me now, call me now. I'll give you a well-deserved round of applause. I expect to see your Cash App or your PayPal after the program. Boom. I got 5 pairs of tickets left for the award show, not the Gathering of the Masters, for the award show where myself, Brother Rich, and Dr. B, and a whole host of Michael Beckwith is going to be there. A whole host of people is going to be there with us. All right? So make sure you call me now. Call me now. Call me now. That's another program that I'm about to do soon. Call me now. Look here. Look at this.
Hey everyone, it's Billy Carson, aka Forbidden Knowledge. I am thrilled to introduce to you an extraordinary weekend event happening right here in Miami, Florida on August 3rd and 4th. It's none other than the 2nd annual Forbidden Conscious Awards weekend. After the tremendous success of last year's event with over 1,200 attendees from around the globe, we knew we had to make this year's event even more spectacular. On Saturday, we have a captivating conference lined up featuring world-renowned speakers such as Muhammad Ibrahim, Merkaba 13, Robert Grant, Billy Carson, and a women's panel hosted by Elizabeth Carson. Following the conference, we'll set sail for a VIP yacht cruise at sunset where you'll have the chance to mingle with your favorite nominees and celebrity guests, all hosted by yours truly, Billy Carson. On Sunday, August 4th, kicks off with a Forbidden Knowledge book publishing signing event, followed by the highly anticipated 2nd annual Forbidden Conscious Awards. This is a red carpet affair, so come dressed to impress. Remember last year we surprised a lucky guest with an Audi A4 during the awards, and this year we're upping the ante with a chance to win a Mercedes-Benz. So make sure you secure your tickets early. This event is sure to sell out quickly. I cannot wait to see each and every one of you there for what promises to be an unforgettable weekend.
Yes. Oh man, it's going to be one of those weekends, family. I think y'all should make it out there. Look, the Gathering of the Masters is sold out, so you don't have to travel to Atlanta, but you can at least watch it online. But come on out to Florida. Come on, hang out with us right there near the Bay Area, not too far from the Caribbean, Royal Caribbean cruise liners. We're at that hotel over there, and we're going to be at the Adrian Arts Center. So the Adrian Arts Center is a nice center to be at, to check out. And y'all need to come out there and enjoy every moment. Matter of fact, let me put that link in the chat right now. I'll put that link in the chat right now to vote. You can vote for me and vote for Dr. B and vote for everybody, but you do have to vote for every category in order for you to finish off the vote. Okay? Boom, here it is. I'm going to put it in the chat right now. Okay? I'm going to put it in the chat right now. There it goes. It's in the chat. I want to show people, let me see here. I want to show people the hotel is a beautiful hotel in Miami, Florida. It's a beautiful hotel in Miami, Florida. Believe me, you want to be in the building. Beautiful hotel in Miami, Florida, man. Telling you, I stayed there last time. I think I stayed on the 27th floor or something like that. Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful hotel. It's called, and the venue is called the Adrian Arts Center. Arts Center. Very good building, very nice, very air conditioned. You ain't gonna get caught up in no. It's not gonna be overheated and all that. Very well air conditioned place, man. And hold on one second. I wanted to show something. Um, wanted to show something real quick in Miami, Florida. There it is. Boom. Yeah, this is a wanted to show something real quick. I will vote. Yeah, keep on voting. Y'all can vote as many times as you want. If you have different emails and all that, vote as many times as you want. Vote as many times as you want. Shaniqua, it'd be nice if you could come out there. You might need to just go get a babysitter and come on out. Come on. I'd love to introduce you to Billy Carson and the whole crew. And, come on out. But there is that's the hotel. That is the hotel right there. Let me get this out of my way. That's the hotel right there. Beautiful hotel, man. The Marriott Hotel. That's where we're going to be staying at. Not too far. That's where the yacht, the yacht party. Now you got to pay separately for the yacht party. If you win a pair of tickets from me, the yacht party is separate if you're coming for the 3rd, because that's going to happen on the 3rd. The yacht party is totally separate. But the yacht will be on a grand yacht right from there near the hotel. And the rooms are beautiful. The space is beautiful. Matter of fact, we was all in this space. Me, Dr. B, Roderick, what's the name? Shaka Bars, 19 Keys. We was all sitting in this, man. And you could come and sit right amongst us and enjoy dinner and breakfast. They got all kinds of stuff. We was in this. This is where we met a lot of people at the breakfast spot, man. I'm telling y'all. The beds are beautiful. I'm hoping to get a double bed because I might have a guest come through. A few friends of mine, but look at this, 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 look at this. And if you are coming and you need a hotel link to the discount price, I can hook you up. I can hook you up also if you decide to pay for the books. I was there last year. Amazing. Yeah, I hope you're coming out, Humeta. Humeta, you need to come on out, girl. Stop playing. Unless you're coming to the Conscious Award. Unless you're coming to the Gathering of the Masters. I know doing 2 events is probably rough. I understand. But we're going to have a good ass time this year. We're going on that yacht party. We're going to have a yacht, full-time Yahtzee. Yahtzee. I had a hotel room like this, looking over the bay. Yo. Me and Dr. B. Dr. B was like down up above me. I think he was on the 27th floor. I think I was on the 27th floor. He was on the 28th. Or one of the things. But I know we had a nice rooms. Big up to Billy Carson and Elizabeth for providing these great rooms and space. And these hotels, the Marriott Hotel, nice place, man. Nice place. I'm telling y'all, family. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I'm telling you. Beautiful spot. Beautiful spot. So again, I can get you in the venue. I can get you in the event. I can get you in the event if you you gotta support your brother. Buy this book, and I got you. I will send the book out immediately as soon as I see that $88.88 via PayPal or Cash App. I will send the book out immediately, so you'll have it before you even come to me. And you'll have it even before you come to me, and you can bring the book and I will sign it. So anybody that has a book is coming to any of the events, whether you come into the gathering of the masters, or whether you come into the award show. If you bring any of my books, I will definitely sign it for you anyway. I'm going to sign books. I'm going to have my permanent ink writer, and I'm going to be signing books and taking pictures, hugging babies and petting dogs if I have to, and cats and bears and tigers. Oh my, I'm going to be doing all that. I'm going to be breaking energy and holding on to energy. So I know I'm going to have to snap my fingers, clap my hands a lot, But make sure you vote for me at 954-245-0086. That's 954-245-0086. I will take, at this moment, before I close out, yesterday I went 2 hours anyway. Give me a call if you want to call me right now and talk to me real quick about your Akashic connection that you have recognized over your lifetime, that you may have been connected with your mom or your dad or boyfriends or for a certain amount of time. If you feel that you've been entangled with certain people, whether they caused you grief or whether they caused you happiness, call me now at 718 210-8853. That's 718-280-8853. Please turn down the apparatus, turn down what you're listening to me on, and talk to me over the phone. Turn down whatever you're listening on and talk to me over the phone. What does the Akashic Records mean to you? Have you realized that you're in an Akashic entanglement, even with your children? You could be entangled with them in, to any capacity. That's why they came through. I'm going to take 3 phone calls right now. Subject matter, let's stay on the subject matter. If I feel the spirit to break down your birthday, maybe I might break down something of your birthday. But make sure if that's what you want, you need to spread love up. Welcome to King Simon Presents. Who am I speaking with? Hello? I don't know what happened. I know it's here. Hold on 1 second. Hello, who am I speaking with?
Hey, Simon, this is Lucky. Can you hear me?
Oh, Lucky, how you doing, Lucky? Lucky, always Lucky. What's up, Lucky?
Hey,
Hey, Lucky.
hi. Let me just dive into the point. You know I can talk your ear off now.
No, I don't need you to talk my ears off, Lucky. Unless you're gonna be at one of the events, then you come talk my ear off. I'll let you come on up.
Yes. So basically, what the Akashic Records mean to me, and me coming into the knowledge of the Akashic Records, going off topic a little bit. Biblically, on the biblically standard, the Archangel Metatron is the ruler of the Akashic Records for anybody that would like to look at that. But getting back on task, what the Akashic Records means to me, when I came to the knowledge of it, is basically, you know how they say that Dolores Cannon, how soul contracts and stuff like that, that ties into the Akashic Records, just different names to describe, something. And it's basically, I feel like it's the pre-downloaded blueprint, and basically listening to your intuition, listening to the signs, paying attention to the signs, and actually accepting the signs and accepting yourself as the receiver of the signs, as the creator of your own life. For that, it helps me to understand the Akashic Record and look at life, from less of a personal standpoint. I use my emotions as tools to help me navigate through this terrain. So with the Akashic Records and stuff, it just helps me with my everyday life, with myself and everybody else. When you stop taking things personal and understand that this is a soul contract, this is an agreement, from my perspective, everybody doesn't have to agree with me, but from my perspective, that if somebody come and punch me in my face, this is written. This is written that I'm supposed to get punched in the face for me to see something and wake up to realize a revelation to move forward. It's all about progression, elevation, ascension. So once you start looking at the good and the bad, then forget the good and the bad. It's the in between. Because I've noticed with manifestation, I'm going off topic again, but I've noticed with manifestation, if I manifest something that I get too happy, it gives out the energy of, oh wow, I didn't believe that I would, like, I deserve this. But if I be doubtful with a low energy, like not excited enough, it's like I don't believe myself. So I have to learn to live on the balance, the spectrum of there's no good, there's no bad. Of course, on a linear spectrum it is, but there's no good and no bad. And when I start living life and start not taking things personal, the way to open your crown chakra is to detach from the material world. And it's been helping me live better. It's like, okay, what is this lesson that you're here to teach me, asshole, like that?
Okay, that's good. That's a good perspective. Now, let me ask you a question. Because due to your research, you found that Metatron is the ruler of the Akashic Records. What is it? Because the word Metatron actually comes from Latin. It actually comes from the Greek. It actually comes from the Latin and Greek. So if Akasha is an Indian, from India, what is the name in India? The ruler.
That I do not know.
That's why. That's what. No, exactly. That's why you gotta be very careful what they put out there, because they're coming from other levels when they know that the word came from Sanskrit. If it's not in Sanskrit, then why are we using Metatron or the Greek or the Greek or the Latin when it came from a melanated people of origin of India? So obviously they have the true name, and like you said, no, don't doubt it. Just say there's multiple names, but there is an original.
Right, dig deeper back into the future.
Right, keep us on.
As you've been talking about that, I've literally been doing that lately. Like I've been noticing. I'm going off topic. I've noticed that the statue of liberty, from my perspective, from other work that I've been researching. This is just an example. The statue of liberty goes back to the god of Libertas. I could be saying it wrong. I don't talk right. Still in it right, but I'm literally a little bit. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
The statue of liberty is basically the same god of the goddess of Libertas. Mm-hmm. But if you go back a little bit deeper, it's the deity Kweku. I said that wrong.
Kweku. Right.
Yeah, Kweku. I'm noticing that a lot of things that appears in today's society does have a deeper root.
Of course.
And as you go back into the history of time, it's the same thing, just different names, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what I've been practicing. And I actually started this past week. That's so crazy that that. So I've been going back with it. Like, okay, I'm connecting the dots now.
Right. And that's good. That's why I had to say what I said, so you can always go deeper. And but going deep doesn't mean you stay in your deepness and not help nobody. You could be. There's a whole bunch of deep homeless people. There's a whole lot of deep homeless people out there that know all the science of God and who is the original man, and they're not doing nothing but being homeless. And maybe in the Akashic, that's what they're supposed to be. That's maybe what they're supposed to be. But at the end of the day, the message that I may have gotten from a homeless guy, I'm able to also transmute it to the audience through my books and all that. So that message was necessary. That part of that, my entanglement with that person, was necessary at that point, so I can teach the world. Like Elijah Muhammad said, that Master Farad Muhammad used to say, I would climb the Mount Everest just to teach one person, and that one person teach the world. We got to always look at it that there's deeper perspective, but don't get too deep to the point that not even a baby can understand you, and they will, and at least let that baby get the simplicity of the milk, and then let them grow into wanting to eat vegetarian meat or whatever they're gonna do later on in life. You know what I'm saying? So keep on doing what you're doing. Keep on studying. Keep on researching. But always remember the KISS theory. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. And once you keep it simple, then grow that simplicity into where you need to go, and make it very applicable for others to want to learn and go, instead of because some people are afraid of math. They're afraid of numbers. Some people are actually afraid of numbers, and numbers is one of the simplest sciences that we can learn that's unbiased. Right. We can learn unbiased. 1 + 1 = 2. Period. All over the world. Now, I know Terrence Howard is doing his thing, but I know 1 × 1 can't, from his perspective, it's 2. But I understand that from his perspective, and he's proving, especially as a number 11 that he's born under. He's born under that frequency 11. So remember, people that's born connected or have 11s in their chart, people got to remember they came here to show things that other people are not seeing. And that's what he's doing, and making us stretch our minds and say, oh, damn, I didn't. And make it, the whole algorithm is talking about, the whole scientific world is talking about it now. That's crazy.
And another thing you said before you started taking calls is about, we were talking about the name.
Yes.
If you have a nickname that you've been using for more than like 3 or 4 years, then you would go by that. And that's what I've been doing now. It's like, my real name is Megan, of course, but I'm 23, about to be 24. But I've been lucky since I was about 13, so about 10 years. So it's like, I'm noticing that Lucky, based off of numbers, Lucky has a greater advantage of reaching the goals that I see for myself, which is why I guess I created her.
Right. That's supposed that's supposed to assist with your name that you was given. It's supposed to assist you carry you up. Yeah. So yeah, that's right. That's right. Do your thing.
Right. So I'm noticing that. I'm slowly noticing. The first time I'm trying to push lucky to the side, but at the end of the day, I'm learning that everything is all interconnected. It's here for a reason.
Exactly. So there's lessons that if your mother, your father, your grandmother gave you that name Megan, just like Megan the Stallion, she's taking that name to a whole nother level. Now you could take that name, whether you're signing your checks and signing things, and Lucky is just a business name. You could take that to a whole nother conscious level where it doesn't have to be sexual orientated. The only sexual orientated thing you should be doing is with your husband or your man. Period. It's not supposed to be out there on.
And Megan's life. Megan's life path is a 7.
Yes.
But Lucky's life path is a 1. So
Right.
I'm noticing that they have different, things, like different attributes that they bring to the table to help benefit at one.
Now, if you add it together, what does it make?
6.
No, the 1 and the 7 is what?
8.
So that's using the 1 energy. The 7 from Megan is the downloads that you receive. The 1 is the assertive energy to make the money, to make the finance.
Wow,
to make
it was so crazy that you're on point. That's exactly what I do.
I know what it is. I know what I'm doing too. That's why it's
exactly like I just could never put it in words. Exactly.
That's what. So you're born with the name Megan. You use the word lucky, the name lucky, which is 1 and the 7 frequency. When you put it, it's here to bring infinite money and frequency to you. But you got to always recognize assets and liabilities in your life. Get rid of the liabilities, keep the assets, and that's what will grow. Because that 8, now that lucky that you've been using is assisting the name that you was given. Right. Although the 7 is the manifestation number, the law of attraction number, the 1 is the assertive creative number. So whatever you download and upload from the 7 energy from your name Megan, that is the gift that you have to download and upload. That's why you're doing all this deep research. 7 is the deeply researched number, so you're going to be using Megan anyway. Done.
I be wanting to tell myself quick, but it'd be like
you
takes over me and I
you can't stop. But that's what this guy just said in the book. Some people can't stop doing it. That's what he just said in the book.
I wake up and then I wake up in the middle of the night, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then the first thing I do is just like I be feeling my nose. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need, like, to the point where my head is pulsating, feel like it's about to explode. Exactly.
Lucky, are you coming to any of the events, the Gathering the Masters? Are you coming to any of the events, or are you just chilling?
Not right now. I don't really have a babysitter or how my life is set up right now. I'm so like.
I understand.
My family said I keep my baby away from them, but hey, I really don't approve of the way their life is going, so I will not leave my kid in their hands. But I'm working on it. I'm working on it, Simon.
How old is the baby?
She is 6.
You can bring her. Who says you can bring her? She sit in your lap. That's all. I mean, you can get. You can bring.
For adults.
Nah, you crazy? What? Billy Carson's son gonna be there, the little one. I mean, people be bringing their children. If you get a pair of tickets from me, if you support my book and I give you a pair of tickets, that pair is for you and that little girl. She'll be good to learn and see the magnitude of all the people that's gonna be there. Because one day,
I program her in her sleep. Like I wake up earlier than her, so as she sleep, I program like she's listening to your live right now in the room in her sleep.
When is her birthday?
Her birthday is February 6th, 2018.
Oh,
that's a 1. And it's so crazy because
I'm a 1.
Let me tell you, her day of birth is 6. My day of birth is 15.
Oh,
1 plus 5 equals 6.
Yes,
and her life path number is 1. But Lucky's life path number is number 1. I'm noticing Lucky is my numbers of Lucky matches her numbers of her, like her actual name. And like it feels like I gave birth to my inner child.
Yes, and she's born the same day as Bob Marley, and that's going to be a healer. She came here to do some healing work, and she's an old soul, as you might already know. She's already old. I could tell by her alignment number that 2 plus that 6 is an 8. So they came here to remix a lot of the old stuff. Like buy her books about Sankofa, because Sankofa means to fetch.
Right now,
Sankofa.
Thank you so much.
That's an old saying about fetching from the past and bringing it forward and walking to the future. It's a bird that looks like it's walking forward, but it's fetching backwards. It's fetching from the past because you got to know where you come from in order to know where you're going. That's what Sankofa is all about. So give her books because she's that old soul. Her,
I
bub,
am.
bub, bub, bub,
She
bub,
can
bub.
remember stuff from her birth. Like,
Yeah, she
I
don't.
didn't even know that memories can go back. I can't see my memories past like 7 years old. But she's 6 and she's remembering like little details. She told me what happened when she laid on my chest and she came out of me.
Of course.
She blew my mind.
She's old soul. I mean, I remember a lot of stuff, man. So, but I'm telling you, she's Aquarius like myself, but this is the age of it, and you gotta. She, Bob Marley born that same day. Lenny Williams, who sang "Cause I Love You," born that same day. The guy who was the front singer for Third World born that same day. Natalie Cole is born that same day. The guy who invented Bragg's products is born the same day. Bragg's products, Bragg's apple cider, all that. He was born that. He was born. They came here to. I'm talking about her birthday. I ain't talking about that. Yeah, double G, Bragg. But her birthday, she's born on a healing frequency that came here to do healing work. Now, I realize why you do not live with the family, because 6s have to be very careful of being molested or going through things that might be with family or teachers and all. Because I knew a friend that was born. I knew somebody was born. I knew somebody that was born on the 6th. That the teacher took this little child. The child is she's grown now. Took this child into a closet to lick her vagina. This at 6 years old now, and she's born on the 6th. This happened to this little girl. And I remember that. And that's why when I do consultations for people, when the adults pay for a consultation, when you have children, I do that for free. I'll just break down what you need to look out for these children, because you can't just give your children, probably not even to your family members, because they might be an auntie who's a molester, or uncle that's a molester, or somebody that's doing some crazy stuff. But hey, I got another phone call, my dear. Thank you very much for calling.
Thank
all right.
You so much. Thank you.
I love you too. Peace. All right. Welcome to King Simon Presents. Please turn down any apparatuses that you're listening to me and talk to me over the phone. Who am I speaking with?
Tanya.
Hi, Tanya. What up?
Hello. How are you, King Simon?
How you doing?
How you doing?
What's going on, Tanya? How does it feel about the Akashic? What do you feel about the Akashic records, darling? What's going on?
Well, I actually wrote a book about it, and I did start with it, but didn't continue to keep it up.
What?
I know. But I followed numerology for some years now. The first numerology reading I got was in person with what's the guy's name?
Lloyd Strayhorn.
No, Lloyd Strayhorn.
That's one of my teachers.
And that was years ago.
One of my brothers.
Maybe 25 years ago.
Right, that's my brother.
I just happened to turn on YouTube and I saw you, and I was like, I gotta call in and see if I can get in. That's it.
Yeah, well, the subject matter is about what the Akashic records means to you and because that's what I was teaching on Akasha. So that's a whole lesson. So stay with the subject. This was the topic, Akashic Entanglement, because this is something that deals with a universal thing that people are still connected with other people, whether it was bad or good. You're connected to that person in some way. So what does that mean to you from the Akashic perspective? Because you said you wrote something on it. What's going on?
Yeah, so no, I was just saying that I studied it. I had bought a book about it.
Oh, you bought a book?
So
okay.
I started to study it, but I just didn't keep the flow going. So
okay.
I plan to, after listening to you, I'm like, you know what, I need to get back into this. I've got some stuff to get back into it.
But
so let me ask you, is there any one thing that you can tell me about somebody born, which is me, 8/7/1964? I'm a 35/8.
Any one thing that I can say? Don't second guess your power, and don't be indecisive.
Okay.
So, like you said, you started something and you ain't stop it. That is you doing that indecisive stuff and overthinking. Don't do it to yourself. 7 people born with that 7 energy does that regularly, and they have if you did sit down with Lloyd will tell you that 7 is the law of attraction number, and it's not about chasing. You say you're born 8/7.
8/7/1964.
Right. Yeah. I'm not doing the whole thing. I'm just looking right at the personality number, which they call the personality. 7 is the 7 That's because 7 is one of, in my book, Numerovation for Mental Stability, it's one of the primary number of mental health. You got to be careful of overthinking or over worrying about things. And that's where 7s can go down that road if they're not protective of that energy and being very careful of energy vampires, people that suck their energy. You know what I'm saying? But I do suggest people doing a full session because I don't do numerology. I do numerovation because I'm here to activate and maximize you using the numbers, not just reading you. I don't do readings. I like people to know. I want people to put this work in and stop playing. Because everybody like to get readings and they don't do a damn thing with it, but just talk about it. Oh, I'm a number 7. I'm this. When 7 has if you look at the number 7, it looks like a right angle. It's pointing you somewhere. Now you're going into the flow lines of numbers. Now I do flow line numerology and that's a whole different science compared to just what it is. That's why numerology only means the study of numbers and all its variable and all its various applications, not just one way. So that's why it's important that, you know, when you look at people and their names, you might see double L's and double R's in a person's name. We're not looking at the master numbers with the double R's and the double L's. That intensifies the name and the gifts attached to that name. But if you're not willing to use it, then you abuse it. And that's when you run away from the gift of who you are. So that's why I do numerovation, because it's about using the numbers to motivate you. That's what. Yeah, Lloyd loves it too. He knew I was going to step out and do it on my own and create some other system. He knew I was going to do that all the time. Because he knows that's how.
I'm just looking at it. I got your number, and I'm just set up a what you call it.
Session, consultation. That's what it's called. I don't call none of them readings. I call them because when you deal with presidents and queens and empresses, they say these are their consultants. Yes. They're not readers. Consultant. And that's why if you're going to step into this game, any reader that claims to be a reader, change the language and you will change the frequency that comes to you. Either be an advisor or a consultant with the numbers or with astrology. And then I don't read numbers. I don't do that. I interpret numbers. People don't think that's the more powerful word that a queen would accept or a president would accept. Now I'm not a reader because I'm not on the street just reading people and doing craziness like some of these people from India. Enough respect to them, but I'm not one of those people. I want you to activate and maximize the numbers through the use of it and the proper use of it. And if you're willing to use it, it will help. If you're not, I tell them numbers don't lie. People lie to themselves, and that's how it is. Because you look at a number on this board. They don't care if it believes in you. It works. If you apply it, it's called working and making the mathematical application of the numbers connected to your name or your birthday. That's what's important. So keep on studying if you're studying. And because 7 rules the metaphysical world, you will do good at doing this type of stuff. You will do. I got classes and courses. I got 8-hour courses. I got 2-hour courses. I got all of that. So when you're ready to get down with the get down,
but I'm gonna give you a call, set up an appointment anyway.
Yeah,
some consultation.
Yes, yeah. Just text me. It says text your full name and date of birth. Text me, and then I'll send you all the details. Okay.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you. Thank you very much. All right, peace. All right. That's right, family. You know, I gotta always. I'm gonna like Reverend Ike taught me, or taught all of us. I didn't know Reverend Ike personally, but Reverend Ike has taught me through his books. We got to change the language in order to heighten the frequency. Change the language in order to heighten the frequency. Change the language in order to heighten the frequency. Thank you. Thank you. Love you too, Luce. Thank you. Top of the morning. Change the language. So if you're going to get into this metaphysics, consult, advise. Don't just read. I read a book, but to interpret this book is when now you're applying what you read and you're helping to consult other people. Because I read from this book and was able to interpret it from my perspective to help give guidance from this book. That's why I showed this book as one of the inspiration of creating a lesson board for today, which is this. This is why I decided to put this thing out called Akashic Entanglement. And because it has the 1111 and the 33, those are 2 healing energies. But the 33 in entanglement is the advanced healing energy of the constant. It's the outer aspect of that word entanglement. Adds up to a 33, and that's the number that says if you're going to be a part of any entanglement, do it with joy, happiness, jovialness, and with a childlike manner. It's just like going to a park and watching children play on the playground. They don't even know each other sometimes, but they get entangled in their energy and they become this fun-loving entity going on. I've seen this recently at a park. I've seen this amongst my own children and grandchildren. They might not even know the other child, but because the child is the same height as that child, or that child looks similar, that's a similar energy, they get entangled and engrossed into their own energy. And that's a part of the Akashic Entanglement also. Just a child meeting a child for the first time. That was meant to happen. That was meant to be. That's powerful to me. That is powerful to me. That's on another level. If y'all understand what I'm saying, put it in the chat. The number one, put a number one in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. Entanglement goes back thousands of years. Akashic entanglement. Akashic entanglement. If Akasha or Kasha is from the root word Akash, cut off the kick, ik, and it represents the sky and space. We're all entangled with the very person that we pass at a street corner. That's a form of entanglement. You may just look at them for a brief moment, but you were meant to be at that point, at that street, at that particular time, to look in that person's eye for a reason. Whatever they got from it, whatever you got from it, and y'all kept it moving, there it is. The entanglement just kept on flowing until another time you might meet a similar energy again. Man, beautiful. On that note, I gotta get on. I gotta turn this off. I'm going up to 2 hours and more. On that note, family, I want to see y'all at the Forbidden Knowledge Awards, and come and give me a hug when I see y'all. And again, go to the website if you can. I do have a pair of tickets for August 4th if you purchase my book, the hardcover book, because Amazon only sells the soft cover. But the hardcover book is $88.88, and I will give you a pair of tickets. That's 2 tickets to the Forbidden Knowledge Award show. Yes, 2 tickets for the Forbidden Knowledge Award. So I will give you a pair of tickets for that. All right, because I have 5 pairs left. 5 pairs left. 5 pairs left. And if you want to come to both days, then go to you could at least pay for the 3rd and you get a free ticket for August the 4th. Or just go there and do your thing. And if you buy my book and you bring it to the event, hey, I got you. I'll still sign it anyway. All right. Please vote for your brother at 954-245-0086. That's 954-245-0086. If you need a hotel or you need the discount for the hotel rate for where we're all staying around that area, text me. You could text me. If you are coming and you already got your tickets, hey, I can show you, get the discount. The discount is also available if you want to come through the discounts. All right. Big up to the Gathering Masters. Make sure you get the live stream if you can't make it, because it's been sold out. Live stream is available via Eventbrite, gatheringofthemaster.com. And in October, we're doing a tribute to Dick Gregory, and Baba Ashra Kwesi will be the closing lecturer of the day. Dick Gregory and Baba Ashra Kwesi will be the closing lecture of the day. It will not be on October 12th. It'll only be on October 13th. I'm just going to do one day. The guest speakers will be Dr. B. Sirius. People like Brother Rich said he would come and speak. Of course, my brother will be providing food. Brother Blue Pill will be providing food. And family, I want to remind everybody, my books are now on sale. My new children's book is now on sale. The release date is today. Release day is today. This is for children 4 to 10, but really it's about paying attention to the illustration and the pictorials of the books, because that image symbols is what stimulates the mind of our children to remember who they are. And I talk about white history and I talk about black history in this book, but I say, let we tell the story. Let us tell the story. Stop telling our story. Let us tell the story. We're glad with the assist, but tell our story. That's why I can respect what the hip hop community is saying and what they're doing. As a Jamaican, Cuban, Afro-Jamaican and Cuban that I am, I can respect what they are saying, what Tariq Nasheed is saying about hip hop. Hip hop is theirs. What do a Jamaican want to take it? What does a Latin person want to take it? Stay with the conga and the Afro congos and the merengue and all that kind of. We can stay with the reggae and the dancehall and the mento. We can stay with the ska. That's ours. But when it comes to hip hop, give it to the brothers and sisters right here of America. I always knew it belonged to them. Always knew it. I never got into no arguments about it because that's not my field. I'm not here to argue about who. I always knew it. So I can respect. But we're all entangled in this musical paradigm. This Akashic entanglement is also in the music. Why? And I can prove it. I don't care if hip hop is reggae, it's classical music. I don't care if it's jazz. They're all using 7 notes. It's all connected. And we've turned all those 7 notes into a multiplicity of things that we do in music today. 7 notes. That's all it is. 7. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is the God energy. It's the God frequency. It's the manifestation, the law of attraction energy. So whatever you're doing with music, guess what? Whether it's hip hop, reggae, soca, whether it's anything, it all comes from those 7 notes. All comes from those 7 notes. What am I arguing about it? I don't have to argue about it. I'm never going to argue about that, ever. But I understand where Brother Tariq Nasheed is coming from. I haven't seen the documentary yet, the movie yet, but I understand it because I don't need to see it to know that it's real. It's true. But I just don't like the division and the arguing. Personally, I'm not into, you ain't going to call me a tether and all that because I'm not trying to tether into hip hop. I understand my contribution. I understand Jamaica's contribution. I understand Puerto Rico's contribution. We are not the inventors of it. I got that. And I even text Lord Jamal to show him how much respect and love I have for him and let him know I got it, brother. I know I've been knowing that for years, that we, the Jamaicans, and I don't even like to separate us, we as melanated people that live in the land of Jamaica, I'm downloading something, used to listen to Antilles radio. I think it's Antilles. It was an AM radio. They used to listen to other jocks and pick them up across the world because it was an AM frequency. And AM, late on night, you can pick up a lot of American radios. And some people would travel to America. We picked up, and that's another frequency. It's just like the Akashic record. It's a frequency on the AM radio dial. That's one of, y'all think FM is stronger. AM is one of the strongest broadcasting frequencies because it can reach to Germany. That's what ham radio is all about. It can reach to Germany. And so reggae people into the dance hall and the toasting used to listen to radio disc jocks talk their talk, and then they took it to the street and started talking the talk on the microphone of a big sound system like the Count Machuki and the Daddy U-Roys and all of them used to do their thing. That's how they used to do it. I know this because I've studied it. I've had books on it years ago. I didn't even have to look up on Google, but you could Google it up about the toasters and where they got their toasting style from. But when they put it in their Jamaican language over music at a dance hall, then it's different. It becomes theirs. Now we call it dance hall, or we call it reggae music, and dance hall thing is something that we used to do in Jamaica because we mimicked DJs in America that used to like Frankie Crocker and all those DJs that used to do their thing on the microphone, or the people like Alma John and all the ancient ones, the older DJs from back in the day, Jerry Bledsoe and Eddie OJ. Those names I know because I've been on radio. I know those names. I know their history, so I love all music and I enjoy all of them when I need to enjoy all of them. That's one thing I've learned to do. So on that note, family, thank you very much for tuning in and locking in to King Simon Presents Only Quality People. Remember, the books are out there. The new book is there. Remember, boom, boom. Remember, I got a new workshop the private workshop about to come out. Text the word workshop to this number, 347-496-1022, if you want to be a part of this numerovational armamentarium. Ooh, that's going to be a powerful word. Armamentarium, numerovational, the righteous use of your numerovational armamentarium. Oh yeah, I'm learning words. I'm studying words. I want to show y'all that even the words that are old in the dictionary and old in language mean something. Look at the arm. Look at amen in that word. Terium. Arm, amen, terium. That's the numerovational arm, armamentarium. Woo-wee, y'all don't understand what King Simon has downloaded, thanks to the creative force and the ancestors in my very being. Y'all don't understand what's happening to your brother as I'm developing these different nuances of teaching numerovation. Because once you understand the different nuances of teaching numerovation and how to use it, it can be used to benefit you, to take you to a higher level, to make you a better person. And I want to also break down the word Armageddon. Break down the word Armageddon soon. I have to break down Armageddon. Got to break that down soon. Armageddon. Going to be breaking down the word Armageddon because that's spiritual as well as physical. Big up to Paris Williams. She'll be returning to my platform on July the 7th, coming up this coming Sunday, I believe. On July the 14th, we have Asir, the Duke of Tears. On July the 17th, myself and Carrie Ann Ingrams on the Healing Vibes will have from out of Toronto, Canada, Narubi Vision. Of course, her and I do something on Wednesday. And of course, get your tickets to the Forbidden Knowledge Awards. Tickets is forbiddenknowledge.com, second annual awards. Don't forget to vote for your brother. Don't forget, get your live stream tickets through Eventbrite, Gathering of the Masters live stream. That's through Brother Rich's event. It's been sold out, so he's doing that. The tickets are on sale for this. The early bird tickets are on sale for this gathering coming up in October. Right now, we got the very early birds tickets for this on sale. Only $25. Early bird ticket. That's early. For this event, this is going to be an all-day event. Food, vending, food, all of that. Performances is going to be there. It's going to be good. So you want to be there. Tribute to Dick Gregory and with guest speakers. And then, of course, the closing lecture will be Baba Ashra Kwesi and Mirara Kwesi. Going to be all in Georgia in a new venue in Stone Mountain area. Big up to Carrie Ann Ingram. Make sure you support her tarot spread, her consultation through tarot. Hit her up at carrieanningram.com. She has some great jewelry, healing jewelry, carrieanningram.com. And make sure you hit her up at elevate at carrieanningram.com, where she can help you elevate through distant Reiki. And those who want to get a massage in the metro Atlanta area, want to get a consultation on healing massages for yourself and how to heal and massage yourself. This sister here, Sister Golda from the Experience Holistic Wellness Spa. Get your gift certificates right now through the website or give her a call so you can set up a gift certificate. Her number is 470-954-2713. And big up to my dear sister, levenuniversity.com. That's LEVEN university.com. That's Sister Nina Diamond, cardologist, astrologist, and numerologist. She does it all on one website, on her YouTube channel and her Instagram also. And you know she always do Clubhouse. Big up to Lloyd Strayhorn, showing love to Lloyd all the time. Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Hit him up. Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Remember, my son, he has a studio in New York, recording, mixing, mastering. He hooks you up. Only good rate too. $50 per hour, $50 per hour, $50 per hour. That's a good rate, believe me. Especially because his studio has worked with Celine Dion, and his studios has worked with Snoop Dogg. They have 3 different studios. So Manhattan, Brooklyn. He's in Brooklyn. So make sure y'all hit him up. Want to set up a consultation with me? Text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. 347-496-1022. You can take my class, my introductory class on Udemy course by King Simon at udemy.com/course, Holistic Numerovation. And you can get my books on Amazon.com, King Simon's books. Google them up or go to my lintr.ee /King Simon the Numerovator. And did I say that Asir, the Duke of Tears, is going to be coming in on the 14th? Yeah, Asir is coming in on the 14th. Oh, man. And remember, he's going to be at the Gathering of the Masters. So big up to Asir, the Duke of Tears. Thank you very much. I'm so glad we had this time together just to have a laugh and talk some knowledge. The kind of knowledge you will never find in college. And it's time for your boy to get on out of here. What's up, family? I hope everybody is well. Children, how you doing? Thank you, my children. Thank you, my children. Thank you, my brothers. Thank you, my sisters. Thanks to all of you for tuning in and locking in and allowing your brother to share love. Up. Don't forget about my Cash App and PayPal. If this means anything to you, help the machine because we are content creators. And remember, Super Chat takes out a bulk full. They take out like 70 to 80%. Send it to us via Cash App and PayPal. Forget that Super Chat stuff. Send it to us, Cash App and PayPal. Once I seen Star complain about it from Star Report, I was like, oh, sucking now. Let me get with Star because I know Star knows what he's talking about. All right, family, have a great day, afternoon, or evening. I love you because I love you myself. And remember, this has been Akashic Entanglement. Master numbers 1111 and master numbers 3333 frequency. And remember, this was inspired by this book here. It's called Cryon. That's the download that he gets. That's the spirit that he downloads. His name is Lee Carroll, born February the 15th. His life path is a number 8. And the book is called The New Human, The Evolution of Humanity. Powerful book. On that note, family, take care, be safe. And thanks to all those that called in. Lucky, stop playing and come on out with that beautiful 6-year-old, man. Born the same day as Bob Marley. Bring it out. Stop playing. Peace and love. Take care. Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed.
Hey everyone, it's Billy Carson, aka Forbidden Knowledge. I am thrilled to introduce to you an extraordinary weekend event happening right here in Miami, Florida on August 3rd and 4th. It's none other than the 2nd annual Forbidden Conscious Awards weekend. After the tremendous success of last year's event with over 1,200 attendees from around the globe, we knew we had to make this year's event even more spectacular. On Saturday, we have a captivating conference lined up featuring world-renowned speakers such as Muhammad Ibrahim, Merkaba 13, Robert Grant, Billy Carson, and a women's panel hosted by Elizabeth Carson. Following the conference, we'll set sail for a VIP yacht cruise at sunset where you'll have the chance to mingle with your favorite nominees and celebrity guests, all hosted by yours truly, Billy Carson. On Sunday, August 4th, kicks off with a Forbidden Knowledge book publishing signing event, followed by the highly anticipated 2nd annual Forbidden Conscious Awards. This is a red carpet affair, so come dressed to impress. Remember last year we surprised a lucky guest with an Audi A4 during the awards, and this year we're upping the ante with a chance to win a Mercedes-Benz. So make sure you secure your tickets early. This event is sure to sell out quickly. I cannot wait to see each and every one of you there for what promises to be an unforgettable weekend.
Hey Hey, this is King Simon, the International Numerovator. Remember, get all my books on Amazon or go to lintr.ee/King Simon the Numerovator. And remember, don't forget to book my sessions at 347-496-1022. Book now.
So now, let's suppose the day has come. We have first contact, and the government and the military are scrambling to try and formulate some sort of plan to deal with this. We don't quite know what we're facing. And one of the big issues, of course, is communication.
Tonight, it's Billy Carson. We're going to be talking about his new series, Anunnaki. The plans for 2024. It's going to be premiering across the country. We're going to be talking about that. And we've got a very, very special announcement tonight.
U.S. intelligence officers discovered a number of top secret documents. They confirmed that Germany was indeed exploring the under-ice space of Antarctica. There have also been reports of underwater submersible objects coming right up out of the ocean.
The beginning of this year was so startling in its energetic imprint that I thought, I want to get a really clear idea of what's coming up. Many of us have heard throughout the last few years that we're going into a time that is going to be more challenging.
You'll be learning how numbers dictate everything in the universe and how you can use this knowledge to help you on your journey. We're going to make the mathematical universe simple for you to break down the calculations of your future.
King Simon. King Simon, I love him. He's family, and he has one of the top shows on the Forbidden Knowledge TV network, actually.
That's right.
So make sure you guys check that out if you haven't.
Yeah, this show is called, it was really based on numerovation. It's a numerology show, and it's called How to Calculate Your Destiny.
Yes.
By King Simon. He's the host of the show. The show has done so well, we're now getting ready to start working on filming season 2. All right, so King Simon, one of the top shows on Forbidden Knowledge TV, streaming TV platform.
So remember, our job as studiers of these metaphysical, esoteric knowledge is to help enhance people to be better. I, as a numerovator, using the numbers, or quote-unquote numerals, and motivation to get people to understand why they need to activate their numbers to be their very best self and maximize it. Because the numerals hold a frequency. And if you're willing to turn up that frequency, then that frequency can help to guide you and navigate you to a higher height that will allow you to spiral to be your best self. We must remember that.